Hello and welcome back. I am Wilhelm III. This is No Man's Sky's Voyagers Expedition, and this episode is going to focus almost entirely on upgrading Big Booty Judy. Her booty has not gotten bigger in too long, and that is where we are going to focus our efforts today, right after I finish being distracted by this Titan worm who's decided to show up here as I'm filming my intro. I love infested planets because of these guys. Alright, now I said I was going to not be distracted. I'm already getting distracted. So let's get out of the atmosphere, go on and warp to the next system. I believe it will be the system we need for our check-in. And then I should be able to use the modules that we've already got and at least add a little girth to Judy. I mean, we got to work with what we got. Maybe I can buy some modules or trade up some of the other modules. We'll see what I have to figure out, but we'll sort it out. Judy, your tailgate's open again. Goodness. Let's see, the Balsan Rahol system. Viking system with 6th planet, conflict high. All right, well, we might be able to get into a fight around here. And look at this space station. Hello Games always makes sure that they pick out the coolest looking ones for the expeditions already. And then now that they're making them the actual check-ins, they're ensuring that they look awesome. Hopefully we get some sort of decent reward for checking in here. And then we're going to spend a minute focusing on the shipbuilding. All right, buddy, what do you got for me today? You gonna come down here and stick your face in my face again? Hey, buddy. All right, let's go ahead and uplink or imprint our signature. Imprinting Traveler Wilhelm III. Anomaly definition 100% restored. Nice. All right, let's head back to Judy. Corvette Habitation Modules Pack. Hello. What is in the pack? Oh my gosh, an ambassador class habitat, as well as the walkways and stuff. Oh gosh. All right, we are set now, brothers. Judy, you getting an upgrade, girl. All righty, let's do this. First thing is we're gonna need to just sort of clear this top bit off. Maybe I can just pop these out of the way a little bit. I don't want to delete them because I'm afraid that parts will kind of go missing and stuff. Maybe they fixed that with the recent patches, but I'm still just being cautious. Alright, let's pop these. Maybe, I actually kind of like the way that looks next to the window there. Let's put this back a little bit, and then put you here. That would probably look kind of cool from inside with the guns right there at the window. And the tailgate, we're just gonna have to hope that that doesn't get deleted. Judy, don't worry, you will get your tail back soon. And the engines, I think we'll just leave those there and maybe just try to build up for now. Let's see, we got the ambassador class habitat, amazing. So we'll pop that back here and one up there. Okay, so we've got sort of an extension of the ambassador area, and we'll get rid of the windows there because we'll be moving those around. The ambassador walkway, I think just sort of extending the top section makes the sense for that piece. And now we'll look at the Thunderbird class habitat is the like middle class, right? So we'll do that here and here, and we got one more, so we'll pop it there. And then we have the Thunderbird class walkway here, and the Titans can go there. And, oh, we got 4 of these. So 1. In the middle, 2. And, I mean, I don't want to just make it boxy, but we got these 2 and they fit in right here and here. So that makes sense. And then we're getting the back door back on. Nice. Now we need some boosters and engines. So we'll move these back to the corners because they need to be enhancing the profile. And then these big ones here, actually. Okay. I'm getting an idea here. Pop one over here. Just move these sort of down. Yeah, I think that's the best spot for it there. Do the same thing over here. And then put you up top. Boom. All right, there's the profile that we're looking for. All right, and then this here, yeah, that would fit right across the top there, actually, and look pretty cool. So I'm gonna pop this down here. Let's go ahead and move these. Oops, I didn't mean to delete that. I meant to move it, but we'll get it back in a second, hopefully. There we go. And then I'll pop this one here, which gives us a little bit better profile there, a little bit smoother profile. All right, what other pieces do we have? There it is. Let's pop that back on. All right. I like what we're getting here. What to do with these? What to do with these? Now they pop on the side there. If I put this here, can I get this on here? Yes, I can. Okay. Hold on a second. Just pop these here. Grab, because we have one more of these. Perfect. Pop it on the second level. There we go. Boom. And boom. All right. That's looking good. We'll put a little cover on this side again. Kind of round it out. I wish I had 2 of those. And then the vent goes up on top. Okay. We're looking more familiar here. Maybe a cargo sphere? Okay. Did we give Judy some balls? Should Judy have some balls, y'all? Doesn't really look good down there. Judy, don't worry. I'm not going to give you any balls. Not right now. I mean, not under your tailgate. I might give you a ball somewhere else. But right now, if we don't have 2 of those, it's not balanced. So I can't. Whereas this... ion barrier. Where could... I mean, yeah, that's where I think we had it before. So there we go. Very nice. Okay. We're looking pretty good. I'm liking the overall shape. Maybe move, because that's not balanced. We can put it... Where can it go? Do these go up underneath here? No, they kind of clip through the ground. Maybe on the side is best for these. Because you can't get 2 on top without it looking unbalanced. But here, I mean, they're just sort of the batteries for our phase cannons there. They're kind of blocking the windows, but that might look cool anyway. The spinny ball outside. Okay. I think that might be good for now, gentlemen. I did add a few windows off camera so you can see we got some different modules up top, so it's not totally balanced. But like I just decided, you know, screw it for now. We're just gonna focus on getting more modules anyway, and then building it out to ridiculous proportions. That's the plan. So this is the midway point in our build. We got an idea of what we're going for now, and we also need to tick off the growing plants inside of your Corvette. So there's gamma root on this planet right over here, as well as dissonant. So we can tick off grabbing some gamma root, as well as getting the parts we need for our Sentinel rifle to open up a couple more slots so we can get some more upgrades and things in there. So let's see what we got going on down here. All right. Very pretty world. Nice water world as well, if we hadn't done our fishing already. Let's pop out and see what we can see. Specifically, some gamma root is a must before we leave here, as well as getting some inverted mirrors. Let's see what we find on the surface. All right, pocket's nearly full again. What is wrong with this rock? I haven't seen that before. Okay, I can still pick the gamma root from inside of it. Is this just part of the terrain that's lifted up? I'm trying to, yeah. All right. I haven't seen that before. So these got stuck in an extra rock. Oh. All right, so don't hit the base of the flower. I need silicate powder anyway to make more glass. But I'm not going to spend all the time to mine this whole thing. Especially when there's like free and easy ones sitting around everywhere. What else have we got? What else have we got? Harmonic scrap is kind of worthless now. Judy, I need you near me. We'll get this one last patch of gamma weed here, and then we'll take off and continue expanding our ship. Come on, Judy. Just align our main cannons here. It's actually helpful when they're on the side of a cliff face like this. They're a little easier to line up on. Ooh, a Zenith class reactor, deflector shield. Oh man, this is a good one. It's not even done yet. What else has it got? A cargo capsule. Nice. 2 of them. And this is the hottest record temperature. All right, what's in the next one here? Storms are starting to kick up a little bit, but the salvage has been good, so I want to keep going. Oh gosh, I'm getting a little blown around by the storm here. Oh gosh, what's happening? What's happening? Just shoot, you just shoot, and maybe I'll hit it. Ah, it just won't let me line up. Oh, I got it a little bit there. I think when the reticle goes red like that, you're actually lined up on it. But okay, we got a little bit of it. I'll just keep spinning and shooting in a hurricane. Come on, Judy, you almost got it. Come on, it's got to be a good one if it's this hard to get. Come on. All right, we're gonna have to take off. Oh, I was like pushing into the ground. How was I pushing into the ground and didn't even realize it? It didn't look like I was so close. And you're not gonna let me hit it from this distance. It's just, come on. Lasers don't work. Come on. There we go. Woo! Albatross side pod. Thank God I got that. I don't think our build would have survived without it. Okay. Where's the next one? Here we go. A little bit too far away. Man, this storm could let up, but I'm too stubborn to give up. This planet has been too good. Come on, come on. Oh, thank goodness. All right. Nothing awesome in that pod. But let's see, what else we got? What else do we got? Oh, there it is. Anything closer? Anything closer? All right. Let's go and have a look-see. Where are you? There you are, on the other side of the lake. Again, on a cliff face. It's actually really convenient. Way easier than... no. Okay. These are actually the best. The Cyclotron Ballista, I think, has the AoE kind of burst at the end. Nice. We got the ion barriers. We need those for an achievement, actually, because we only have 2 and we need 3. Alright, here's the next salvage container. What treasures do you hold? It's more difficult to get at on the ground there. But, alright. Ambassador wing module. Cool. And twin dynamo jets. 2 of them. Alright. Vesper diffuser. 2 of those as well. Man, that one was full. And we got 2 right here on our right. Nice. We're following a vein, boys. We're going to mine it for all it's worth. What can I get back to the space station with? Oh, a Vesper diffuser. Okay, I think we got one of those a second ago. And what else? An unusual sprockets. Well, we make some money. Arcadia heavy booster. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Anything with heavy in the name. That's what we want for Judy. What's in the next one? Oh, I can shoot it from where I'm at. Didn't even have to move. Ambassador class cockpit. What? Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. That changes everything. Hell yeah. All right. We need a little more space here. Let's just pop these in my pocket.
No free slots in suit inventory.
Crap. All right, I might have to think of something else. Put it in the storage inventory for now, which just means we have to like pick it up every time we're doing it. But that's fine. We'll move everything into the larger storage at the space station anyway. It'll just take a second, but you guys don't have to watch me. All right, so that was actually a lot longer than it looked like on your end. I've actually done a little bit more looking around, and we want to now harvest these gamma roots that I planted while I was doing some... Okay, there's some sort of visual glitch on these. They're actually there. They just don't look like they're there. Alright, that's fine. We'll forgive the developers for not being able to make it look like the plants are actually there for a second. But you can see a little bit of the inside now. We're going to be changing things up here once we get to our next round of edits, though. So that's why I didn't waste a lot of time building a lot of stuff in here, but just threw some of these around. There we go. So we can get our silent running achievement and finish phase 2. Awesome. Let's see what rewards we get for that. Alright, a Supreme Frost Protection upgrade and Band Defensive System upgrade. Alright, let's see. We definitely could use the thermal protection. That'll be helpful in the cold worlds. And, oh, we got too many of these now. Let's put them next to each other and see which one's the crappy one. That's 30 and 33, 33 and 13, 30 and 33. Okay, so both the X ones are basically the same. So we'll get rid of one of these. Pop that there, and we're good. We got our phase 2 reward for the whole phase. We got to click that off as well. Vigilant trail customization. All right, so it's a cosmetic, sounds like, for the ship. We might be able to pick that up at a certain point, but right now I am just focused on getting Judy's booty expanded. Let's go! All right, we might as well just pop on to the next system because it is the next checkpoint as well. And we'll see if we get some more upgrades for just checking in, like we did last time, which were very helpful. Judy, your booty's so close to my face. What's going to happen when we make you even bigger? Can't wait to find out. You might notice that I upgraded the windows on the back a little bit as well. I keep messing around with it, trying to get the look just right. I like those square windows. I think those work the best. The mini Zest system, run by the Corvettes. All right. Here's the space station. Another very interesting and unique space station. Like I don't know why, but it looks like the head of some monster. Like that's like a halo around the top. I don't know why that was the first thing to jump into my head, but it was. Okay. Brothers and sisters, prepare yourselves because you got no idea what's about to happen. I mined so many modules off camera, and we're going to add every single one of them that we can possibly add on here. I don't know if we're going to make our Corvette completely unflyable, but we might. But as we learned at the last station, first things first, let's go ahead and check in with our robot buddy at this station. Hey, buddy. Wow, you're a big old cube, aren't you? Nice to meet you. Just going to imprint my iteration signature here. Traveler Wilhelm III, anomaly definition, 100% restored. Okay, sign the third rendezvous station. Done. Now, let's just get back over here and unlock that. Corvette engine module pack and inventory slots. Yes, yes, yes. I already had a lot of those engines, but fine, I'll take it. And I'm going to put the inventory slot up here so we can install some more upgrade modules to improve performance. In fact, now that we have a slot to put it in, let's see what our old technology merchant up here has for us. What you got? What you got? What you got? We don't need reactors. The pulse engine module, though, okay, that'll help us with some maneuverability. That's good. Pop that in right away. There. Hopefully that'll help us with steering a little bit because we're about to make that a lot more difficult for Judy. She's gonna be dragging a back end you're not gonna believe. Okay, I spared you guys watching me move everything over here, but look at what we have. The treasure trove of parts. So, let's take a quick second. Where did I put it? It's actually not in that back end anymore. It's in this back end. Hold on. There it is, the save point. Okay, always make a save point before you start editing in case anything goes wrong. It just sort of makes sense to do that. All right, we're going to make sure that that save point is near the back once I'm fully done here. But I expect this is going to take a while. So, through the magic of editing, enjoy. All right, so the first thing I needed to do was just sort of clean the palette, you know? Remove all of the windows. Go ahead and get rid of the units on the top here. We're basically just cutting Big Judy down to just her ambassador modules, the very beginning section there, so we can build in the additional ambassador models that we now have. I thought making an upstairs made sense, and we're gonna pop in the new ambassador class cockpit and extend the ambassador level as far as we can with the walkway. Next, I filled in with the Titan class habitats because we only had 2. And then we're moving on to the Thunderbird. Since we have 3 of these, we'll put 2 on each side, and we're going to pop 1 up here. We're going to try to fill in the rest of the space with these walkways because we have quite a few of them. Pop 1 on each end there as well to maximize booty length. As I said, this might be completely impossible to drive. I have not tested it yet, but we'll get there soon. Once we get all the modules on and the tailgate installed, now we got to put in our reactors. So we got our classic reactor there, kind of keeping the look the same. I'm going to pop these reactors on the wings and then this one behind the reactor that we already had, just for maximum effect. Some of that is just cosmetic, like this here, just to keep the roundedness. We're going to pop on the modules on the ends there, as well as this little flying saucer one there. I wish I had the counterpart for the other side, but I don't. I decided to go ahead and move these modules around so that we have more of a aerodynamic look, since I have 2 of these here, and I thought that looked pretty good. Put another one down in front there. It's still a little lopsided, but you know, some girls are lopsided. You got to deal with that. So we're going to do some cargo pods on the sides, and then got to slam a vent here on the top, as well as our small vents. And I decided, since we had a couple extra, to put them on the sides there as too. Now we move on to the weapon systems, moving the phase cannons around a little bit. I thought they'd look good going from each wing like that. And since we get the additional damage from a third one, I just popped it under the wing. Then the deflector shields, we didn't have these before, so this is a nice upgrade to our shield strength. We pop those along the top and then even them up with 1 on each side. Now it's finally time for the engines. We don't have 2 of these, so I just put the heavy boosters on each side. I did decide to get rid of those aerodynamic foils in place of the ambassador module engines because they look a lot better, and then the dual engine on the back. Finally, we're ready to do the paint job, which I've expedited even further than the previous section. I hope that at some point we get a chance to just hit 1 button and apply to all parts. But as you can see, it takes quite a while when your Corvette is the size of Judy. But I think you'll agree that when we get to the end here, it was 100% worth the effort. Look at that beauty. Judy, you are a monster and I love it. Now we get to do the inside. And we're officially out of bullet time editing. And we're gonna do, oh yeah, we've got a couple of more things that we've unlocked by adding additional capacity to our Corvette. But first, I am focused on windows. We'll just let those keep unlocking while I pop these on here. We want them all the way across the back. We're going to put them on the front-facing windows as well, on the 2 sides where we can. Got these long hallways now. Can get lost in here. Oh wait, not on this one. This is the one where I can put one. No, not that one either. It's this one, and we're looking out on a storage module. Okay, well that's kind of useless. We'll put the window back here by our save point, and then the med bay just behind me there. On the end of the wings, I want to put these modules because they kind of look like fuel tanks to me. So 1 on that end and 1 all the way down at the other end here. If we can get 1. Oh gosh, oh my god. Okay, let's try that again. Stand over here where maybe it's not going to freak out so bad. All right, there we go. And now we have basically fuel tanks down in each wing, which I don't know why, but I feel like I really like that. And now we're going to go windows. Windows. I think got them all the way across now. Yeah. Oh no, gotta get it here and here. And I think I want some of this like quantum storage that the ambassador units have. It looks really cool, and it's kind of tucked up against the wall and out of the way. And we can put one on this side as well. Here we go. And while we're at it, I want to move this save beacon and go down to the closer to this end so that I can save my game when I'm not jumping up out of the captain's chair when we're doing other stuff. And there's no reason to tuck it in the corner now. We got plenty of room. So, well, maybe instead of blocking the hallway, kind of tuck it into the window there. That works. Okay. And then over on this side, we'll put a refiner here, so we can kind of recognize what on one side and what's on the other side. Hold on, man. I don't want to go fishing in here. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and unlock this. Corvette weapon modules pack and starship inventory slot. I'll take it. We got all the weapon systems we need, but the additional storage space is always welcome. Pop those in there. And we got one more to pop open. Oh, right, the anomaly detector. We need to go and find an anomaly. So we'll do that when we get out of the space station, but I'm still about halfway into the renovations, so that's going to be a second. But while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and pop this thing in. Nice. We unlocked the blueprint for that a while ago, but I just didn't have a spot to put it in. Oh yeah, we have this shield lattice that we've already put the antimatter in. We just need the sodium for, which I have 180 sodium, so actually we can get that right now. Let's go ahead, while I'm doing my interior design, and pop into here our sodium, so we get the sodium nitrate for our upgrade. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Get that going. Okay, now that that is done, we'll just pop this in here, and we've got that done. I'm running around with a broken shield this whole time. And while I'm thinking about it, might as well throw this gamma root in here for an easy 2,000 carbon. Now that that's done, what else have we got? Iridescite turns into 250 platinum? What? I've been searching asteroids for platinum forever, and I just needed one iridescite. Okay, so this changes my plan a little bit. Let's go ahead and get rid of this storage unit, because now we can have a refiner. And refiners allow us to combine 3 different ingredients, so we can do more complicated recipes and stuff like that. It's amazing the kind of stuff you can do with these, that you have 3 inputs. Do I have anything else worth throwing in here just while we are looking at it? See, 1 aronium turns into 250 silver. We'll do more complicated stuff later. I love how the arms and stuff look on that. Everything is coming together. I think I want to keep that front section the way it is, and this core area in the center will kind of stay unchanged. But then as we work our way out to the wings, you know, things might change around and move around a little bit more. Still got some more cargo. Oh my gosh. Oh, gee whiz. Okay, stand over here. That works. I like how they look kind of like just stacked up boxes and stuff in this module as well. And I actually use that to help me remember what's in each one. I guess we don't want to close off that doorway there. We want to be able to get into the end. But we can pop a refiner right there. And when we run past it, yeah, it's got a nice cool look to it with it flashing. I love the way they look in this sort of... And this one looks cool too with all these moving little bits and parts and the fan and stuff, but it doesn't flash the same way. Oh gosh, camera freaking out. Let's try that again. Delete you. And we'll use this spot for storage since it's not a spot that we're going to come very often. Cool. The goal is to have something interesting at the end of every hallway, so when you're looking down the hallways as you're running up or down, you always see something cool. Nice. It's coming together. Alright, now since we have the refiner already on the other side, let's get rid of that one. And it frees up this wall here for... Yeah, why not? Another refiner unit. They look cool. This is a neat little area where we have a garden and our med bed. Now, do I want to have this in the way here? Whoa, okay. Sorry. Sorry. Maybe put another refiner here, because it's like the high visibility area that you're seeing all the time. And then, yeah, we've already got storage in here. Getting lost in my own ship now. But, yeah, so you look up this way, you see one. You look down that way, you see a cool refiner. Machinery going and whirring everywhere. I like it. I like it a lot. When we get the gardens planted, that's going to be even better. Oh. Maybe... we just delete that. Well, that one has stuff in it. I'm afraid to delete the one that has stuff in it. Is it gonna mess it up if I delete it? Double check. Yeah, this one's got a bunch of stuff in it. But I really don't want to go through the hassle of moving all this inventory. Should we just risk it for the biscuit? Or, wait, this one is empty because I emptied out all of the modules that I had in it. Let's just get rid of it on this side. There we go, properly. And then I can put, just so we have like something, you know, some variety and something going on in here. When we run through the hallway there, now we've got the sort of flashy refiner there, which is cool. So we've got both of the types of refiners we need right next to each other. The food processor and, you know, basically two refiners right next to each other, different styles. We got our med bed here, another refiner there, refiner at the end of the hallway, a refiner there. I mean, obviously I'm not going to operate all these refiners at the same time, but it's really for aesthetic anyway. And with that, I think we're pretty much done with the ground floor. Oh, okay, we came up on the wing. Let's see. I kind of like the idea of like a floor that you can only get to if you come outside first. So it's like a secret area kind of, or a more secure area floor. And this is sort of our secret ambassador suite area in the center that's surrounded by these other modules. Let's get rid of that. I'm not sure if that's where I want the stairwell coming in here. Or, I don't know, maybe it's better than the other room. We'll leave it there for now so I'm not trapped in here. But yeah, so this will be like our secret area. You know, maybe like an observation deck on the sides for when, you know, other travelers wanna travel along with us. Oh, and that is blocked. It lets me build it, but it's blocked. I can't get up there. We definitely want to have a roof access from here somewhere. That one's blocked. That one is blocked. And that one is blocked. Okay. What about over here? Does this work? Okay, I can get out here if it'll click into place. That's blocked. So we got to use this one. It's like the only place that isn't blocked. All right. Cool. Now we can make it all the way up to the roof if we want to. Okay, so in our secret compartment, we definitely want to have like a cozy bed up here. Nice. And yeah, windows don't work in this area. So yeah, we'll plant a nice little like garden here. Because isn't that what you would want next to your bed? A nice little humidifying garden. What can we plant in here? I'd like to plant some nip-nip buds. We don't have the stuff for that yet. We do have Gravitino balls, and you know what? It's like a white flower, so it kind of fits in this room. Unfortunately, I don't have enough magnetized ferrite for another one. I'm not going to shoot it. What can I afford? What can I afford? A lot of nothing? Yep, a lot of nothing except for gamma weed, which I also don't have enough of because I turned it all into carbon. Well, we'll plant that when I get some magnetized ferrite or something. I really would rather have 2 Gravitino balls than that anyway. Now, let's add our windows up here. And see if we can get kind of an observation deck feeling going. Oh, those windows work a lot better actually when there's like walkways because they don't clip into each other. Rather than being like the long habitation module, it's just the walkway one. Okay, good to know for future builds. Let's pop on our back windows so we got it looking nice and even. Okay, amazing. And now, one of the ways I like to make the fast cache early on is have a whole bunch of nip-nip bud growing. So we'll have these sort of back here. This is the section of the ship that you can't get in unless you do the outside walk. So it makes sense to have like our smuggling stuff up here. Although it's fully visible through our gigantic windows. Somehow I don't think the authorities will catch on. Well, that's another episode of Cozy Man Sky in the books. I really appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me while I'm having my little adventure here. I hope you're enjoying yourself as much as I am. If you are, please consider leaving a like, a hype, or even subscribing to the channel. Comments are also a great way to help small creators like me. I'm just having a great time though, so I'm going to keep making the videos whether you do or not. Look at this derelict beauty. Our pirate mothership coming together. Look at the back windows. Oh my gosh. Is this thing even going to be able to make it out of the space station? I don't know. For some reason, you can see through the windows on, like, near where I'm standing, but not on the other side. Look at that. Just swing by and check out our awesome interior coming together. We got our gardens that are going to be growing nip-nip bud in our little smuggling area. If you want to come over to my Corvette and hang out in the upper decks with my nip-nip bud as we sail through the galaxy, you are welcome. Anytime. You see the glyphs on the bottom left? I won't be there by the time you get there, but we'll set up some sort of hub at some point where we can all get together and hang out Wouldn't that be amazing? Let me see if I can actually sit in the captain's chair. Okay. And this is our new cockpit, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing visibility. We're going to take this bad girl for her first ride on the next episode of Cozy Man Sky. We'll see you then.